evident by her emotional post-game press conference.
I want my legacy to be the impact that I can have on young kids. I was just that young girl, so all you have to do is dream, and you can be in moments like this.
How will Caitlin Clark continue to push women's basketball
Every
forward?
kid wants to be heard.
She's completely mentally strong. She's built for this, but how much
I understand we came up one win short.
A generational player comes with a lot of responsibility.
I think we have a lot to be proud of.
You have everything to be proud of. I'm super proud. There's so much more we need to do. We're Caitlin Clark. This is just the beginning.
She was just a teenager from the Iowa cornfields with massive aspirations, a lethal jump shot, and absolutely no idea she was on the verge of revolutionizing sports marketing in the United States. Long before she stepped onto a WNBA court, before she shattered attendance records or sold out stadiums, Caitlin Clark had already cracked the code of the business world. It was the curveball nobody saw coming. Today, we are diving into how this prodigy rewrote the rules of athlete endorsements and why major brands are now in a bidding war for her signature. My parents taught me early on to ignore the distractions, dream without limits, and truly believe that I can achieve anything I set my mind to. I am Caitlin Clark, and I run the point. The beauty of women's basketball is the intensity we leave on the floor. We bring that raw emotion. We bring that fire. That is the only way I know how to play, and I think that is what makes it so electric. Honestly, I live for hyping up the crowd. You feel it deeper in those moments. The adrenaline spikes, the arena erupts, and sinking that buzzer-beating shot. You know, there is absolutely nothing like it. When you are grinding alone in the gym, those are the exact scenes you are visualizing. Reaching this elite tier demanded massive sacrifices on my part. I remember missing things like my senior prom. But honestly, I am not exactly shedding tears over it. I was actually pretty okay with it. If you checked my zodiac, it would probably read competitive, extroverted, fiery, and a bit of a goofball. I doubt that is the official description, but it definitely fits. Laughter. Partner with Buick and watch me work. Caitlin Clark did more than just star in commercials. She established a completely new paradigm. She proved to corporations that women's athletics do not require manufactured hype, they require visibility. And she became the definition of visibility. The mechanics behind her partnerships with giants like State Farm, Nike, Gatorade, and Wilson are staggering, and her next move might just shock everyone. Consider which of her ads sticks in your mind the most. Let us dissect it. Shoot. Shoot. All right, I am taking the shot. Wait, what is going on? I do not see a basket anywhere. No, I meant, sorry about that. Shoot. As in, oh shoot. Where is the hoop? There isn't one. Quit saying the other word. I had no idea. They are definitely going to need the jingle for this mess. Right. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. No worries. State Farm makes filing a claim simple on the app, whether it is for a new ride or even that vintage Pacer. Did somebody ask for an old Pacer? Before she was a marketing darling, she was just an Iowa girl with colossal dreams. She described herself as a small-town kid with world-class vision. Her commercial legend started in high school gymnasiums, casually draining shots from impossible distances as if it were routine. That audacity became her trademark. Companies were not merely contracting a point scorer, they were buying stock in a phenomenal narrative. Then, while still a collegiate athlete, State Farm locked her in for a nationwide campaign before she was drafted, before she even turned pro. She became the pioneer NCAA athlete to headline one of their national spots. It took the industry completely by surprise. An insurance giant spearheaded the revolution. On screen, she appeared poised, sharp, and effortlessly authentic. I could have sworn that lane was clear. Rookie mistake. Hey, I used to be a rookie. Caitlin Clark, aren't you the Rookie of the Year? That was last season. Ancient history, the tales I could spin for you. Here, grab a seat. I was talking about this rookie driver pulling that rookie maneuver. Whoa, buddy. You need a veteran on your side. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, State Farm is here to assist, regardless of how long you have been playing the game. Oh man, rookie move. From bantering about missing baskets to cracking wise about her accolades, She remained authentically Caitlyn. She was not acting. She just appeared as her genuine self, and the audience resonated with that honesty. A single soundbite from the spot went viral instantly. Fans mimicked it, kids remixed it, and it cemented itself in pop culture lore. That was the moment corporations understood she was unique. She was not simply a product pitchman. She was a magnet. Caitlin Clark from the logo. You know, life would be a breeze if I could handle everything from way downtown. Let me help you out. Pickles. We have a match. P-E-Z-O-L. Reading the bottom row from the logo. Then came Nike's Super Bowl comeback after nearly 30 years. Rather than leaning on a legacy icon, they handed the keys to a college kid to anchor the campaign. That single decision spoke volumes. They tapped her for a raw energy and clout that no checkbook could ever match. She was riding a tidal wave of hype, wielding a magnetic gravity that the world couldn't resist. The definitive close-up, breaking the mold of flashy commercials, they zoomed in on raw emotion rather than cheap dazzle. The spotlight landed on the sacrifice, the family dinners missed, and the killer instinct sharpened. It bared both the grind and the glory. Right after, Gatorade dropped a recovery bottle cloned from her actual gym rituals. This wasn't some hollow marketing stunt. It was a tool ripped straight from her daily battle. Shelves emptied instantly because the fans knew it was the truth. That raw honesty became the ultimate hook. I used to be just another kid in the Iowa cornfields, daring to chase a vision that was massive, truly massive. But that ambition went beyond the hardwood. It was pure potential that I forced into existence. I haven't lost that Iowa spirit, but the mission has shifted now. I'm the one lighting the fire. If I can score 40, you can score 50. If we can pack a stadium with 56,000 souls, you can bring in 57,000. Then Wilson rolled the dice on a massive play. They didn't just rent her face, they brought her into the lab to co-engineer a legacy line. She smashed a glass ceiling, becoming the first woman to build a collection with the brand from scratch. The ads stripped away the music, leaving only the squeak of sneakers and heavy breath. It felt intimate. The signal was unmistakable. She isn't just pushing merchandise. She is rewriting the playbook on how icons partner with giants. Kill the strobe lights and the hype, and you're left with the childhood game. Just the crowd screaming for a stop as the clock winds down, sneakers gripping the floor, the leather in your palm acting as your compass. It drives you. You sculpt the legend you want to become because that ball is your return ticket to sanctuary. Serene, locked in, and ready, heading toward the destination where every path eventually converges. Pure basketball. The secret to her commercial dominance rests on a trinity of traits that companies hunt for but almost never find in one soul. First off, the camera absolutely loves her. Nothing looks scripted, stiff, or fake. Her responses are organic, her rhythm is innate, and her swagger speaks for itself. The audience buys in immediately because the truth is written on her face. Second, her journey hits you right in the gut. A starry-eyed kid with impossible goals. The midnight drills, the costs paid, and the iron belief that is a language everyone speaks. Parents recognize the grit. Children find a hero. The pros respect the discipline. That deep bond creates a loyalty that outlasts any 30-second spot. And third, she is a living culture shifter. The second she drops a quote, hits a three, or shows up in an ad, the internet echoes, remixes, and blasts it everywhere. Viral waves happen on their own, leaving marketing teams scrambling to catch up. Corporations burn millions trying to bottle that lightning. She sparks it effortlessly just by existing. That is why her deals hit differently. She isn't just hawking products, she is igniting revolutions. She's already raised the bar into the stratosphere with nationwide blitzes, marquee events, custom gear drops, and sales records that shatter expectations. Every contract she signs kicks the door open for women's sports, proving female icons can anchor billion-dollar strategies. This isn't luck or a fluke. It is clout, trust, and realness colliding at the exact right second. Now all eyes are locked on the horizon, waiting to see which titan will step up to define the next.